everyone, welcome to Chinese Pod. I'm Fiona Tian.
欢迎大家来到中文播客，我是 Ayana。
Today we are at one of the most famous traditional markets in Taipei, and that is
南门市场。
It's especially popular around Dragon Boat Festival.
端午节。
端午节. Why? Because 南门市场 has the best collection of
粽子。
Zong as the best collection of sticky rice buns in Taipei. So let's go check it out. So here we see some amazing ladies actually making the sticky rice buns right now. So here we see the bamboo leaves. Here they've got the pork, the sticky rice. There's peanuts, there's walnuts, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. So it's going to be really, really delicious after it's steamed. So there are loads of different types of zongzi, and they're cooked in different ways. They've got different things inside, so it's definitely worth trying out. So Anna, can you tell us a little bit about what's here?
北部粽通常都是用蒸的，
So this is steamed in the north of Taiwan.
南部粽通常都是用水煮的。
So most often this is actually boiled in water. And if you're a vegetarian like me, you have the vegetarian buns as well. And there's loads of different types. There's savory types, there's sweet types, there's 豆沙粽.
豆沙，豆沙粽。
This is a sweet type of sticky rice bun. So we've just left Nanmen Shichang with some
粽子。
and now we're going to tell you why we eat sticky rice buns during Dragon Boat Festival. Now, Iona, there's a very, very famous poet that we need to share with everyone. That is?
屈原。
Okay, so Qu Yuan was a very loyal member of court at the time when he was living. But, you know, there were these very evil people that kind of stabbed him in the back, so he had to leave. He was banished to kind of provincial China. You know, he got very upset because he really wanted to see changes in China, right?
对，
So at the end of the day, what happened?
他投江自尽了。
So he committed suicide, you know, he jumped into a river. And what was the reaction that people had at the time?
所以那时候人们就会投一些糯米团子到河里面，怕他的尸体被鱼吃掉。
So, you know, people at the time, in order to commemorate him, they didn't want his body to be eaten by the fish in the river. So they would throw little buns of sticky rice into the river. Now you might be thinking, I don't understand, like, why does it matter what happens to his body? Because in Chinese culture, it's very important that the body is actually buried in the earth. And because he committed suicide in quite a dramatic way, you know, people didn't want his body to be ruined or to be, you know, taken advantage of by the river. So this tradition kind of turned into sticky rice buns. So where does the actual bun thing come from? Like, you know, how it's wrapped by leaves?
因为那时后来就慢慢变成是要方便携带之类的嘛，就会用竹叶包起来，然后也是因为竹叶有消暑的作用，因为那时候是夏天很热嘛。
So, you know, Dragon Boat Festival is at the beginning of summer. It's very, very hot. And, you know, people think that bamboo leaves have, you know, a good way to kind of cool you down. And it's also easy for transportation, right? You can actually bring, you know, your rice bun to work and then just peel it open and off you go. So we've just talked about Qu Yuan, and, you know, he's the reason that we eat sticky rice bun. But he's actually also the reason that we compete in Dragon Boat Festival. How do we say that in Mandarin?
划龙舟。
划龙舟. And why is it? What does it have to do with Qu Yuan?
因为刚刚说了嘛，要找到屈原的尸体，那大家就要赶快去找啊，怕真的被鱼吃掉了嘛，所以越快越好，然后慢慢的就变成一种竞赛了。
Okay, so, you know, initially when he first committed suicide, everyone wanted to find his body to help him, you know, to have a proper burial, right? So everyone got on their boats, and, you know, everyone was kind of rushing around, and, you know, this kind of evolved into the competition that we see today, the Dragon Boat Festival competition. And also the drums have something to do with Qu Yuan as well, right?
对，也是为了要吓走鱼，因为鱼会怕那个鼓声嘛，就要把鱼吓走。
So, you know, the drums that you hear on the dragon boats is also to scare off the fish. So there you go, there's a lot about Qu Yuan, and we're actually releasing a video on Qu Yuan and his story, so do check that out. So we've only just scratched the surface about different traditions for Dragon Boat Festival. Iona and I actually go into way more detail on ChinesePod.com, so do go check that out.
要一起来看哦。
We hope you have a wonderful Dragon Boat Festival. We hope you see a lot of 龙舟，
还有吃很多粽子。
吃很多粽子。We'll see you again next time. 再见，拜拜。